mechanics. So in the previous class we have started with the practical application of Bernoulli's equation. So that is Venturi meter. So we have done with the Venturi meter. So now today we'll just discuss the second practical application of Bernoulli's equation, that is orifice meter. So what is orifice meter? So it is a device which is used to measure the rate of flow of a fluid in a pipe. So and here, so compared to Venturi meter, orifice meter is very cheaper. And what is this orifice meter? So it is here in the figure you can see it consists of a circular flat plates. So here you can see these two are the circular flat plates. So it consists of circular flat plates, so which has a circular sharp edge holes which are nothing but orifice. Okay, so orifice meter consists of a flat circular plates which has a circular sharp edged hole which is called as an orifice. So here in the figure you can see, so this is a pipe. So inside the pipe we have fitted orifice meter. So where small d is the dia of the orifice and capital D is the diameter of the pipe. So this is the upstream and this is the downstream of the orifice meter. So and here, so the direction of flow, this is the direction of the flow in the pipe, and the diameter of the orifice, that is small d, is usually 0.5 times the dia of the pipe. So it may vary between 0.4 to 0.8 times the dia of the pipe. And here, so we have selected two sections, section 1 and section 2. You can see section 1 at the upstream and section 2 at the downstream. See, this is the downstream and this is the upstream. So section 1 at the upstream and section 2 at the downstream. So here section, so and between these two sections we have fitted a differential manometer which is used to measure the pressure difference. So this is a differential manometer which is fitted between section 1 and section 2 to measure the pressure difference. And the distance of this section 1 and section 2 from this orifice is, at the upstream, the distance of this section 1 is 1.5 to 2 times the dia of the pipe. So whereas at the downstream the distance is half of the dia of the orifice. So it is at the downstream it is d by 2. The distance of the section 2 from this orifice is d by 2. At the upstream from the orifice, section 1 is present at 1.5 times to 2 times the dia of the pipe. Okay, so remember capital D is the dia of the pipe and small d is the dia of the orifice. So what we have to do here, so here it is a device used to measure the rate of flow. So we have to obtain what is Q. To measure the rate of flow is nothing but the discharge Q. So we have to obtain the equation for Q. So to obtain the equation for Q, so here what is the principle? The principle is same as that of the Venturi meter. So whatever the principles so which you have applied for the Venturi meter, the principle is same here for the orifice meter also. So what is the principle then? So principle is whatever the section 1 and section 2 which you have considered, so for that section 1 and section 2 you have to apply the Bernoulli's equation. So what you have to do, you have to apply the Bernoulli's equation at section 1 and section 2. So for that, what are the parameters we have to consider? So here, so we'll consider the parameters. So that is P1 V1 and A1. So those are the intensity of pressure, velocity and cross-sectional area at section 1. Similarly, P2, V2 and A2 are the intensity of pressure, velocity and area at section 2. So now what we'll do, we'll apply the Bernoulli's equation. So between these section 1 and section 2. So if you apply the Bernoulli's equation, so we know the general Bernoulli's equation is P1 by rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 is equal to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. So here, so what we'll do, so we'll send the pressure head and the datum head to the left hand side and velocity head to the right hand side. So if you rearrange the equation, so the equation is P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus P2 by rho g. So we are sending this pressure at P2 by rho g and Z2 to the left hand side. So it will be P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus P2 by rho g plus Z2 is equal to V2 square by 2g minus V1 square by 2g. So here, what is this P1 by rho g plus Z1 minus P2 by rho g plus Z2? So this represents the differential pressure head, which is denoted by the symbol small h. So now the equation will be h is equal to V2 square minus V1 square. So you can take 2g common. So it will be h is equal to, so V2 square minus V1 square divided by 2g. So we'll send this 2g to the left hand side. So the equation will be 2gh is equal to V2 square minus V1 square. So now what we have to do, ultimately we have to get the equation for Q. So we know Q is equal to what? So it is area into velocity. So Q is equal to A2 into V2. So that is what we have to. So from this equation we'll get what is Q. So what we have done in the previous case, that is for the venturimeter. So the same thing we have to do it here also. That is Q is equal to A2 into V2. So now here what we have to do, we have to rearrange the equation for V2. So if you send this V1 square to the left hand side, so V2 square will be equal to 2gh plus V1 square. So now, so if you take V2, so V2 will be equal to square root of 2gh plus V1 square. So we'll name this as an equation number 1. So now what we have to do, so we have to get what is V1. So to get what is V1, so what is the principle? So before getting what is V1, so we know here, so we have considered the parameters, so that is A1 and A2. So what is A1? See, A1 is the area of orifice. So here A1 is the area of the orifice, so which is denoted by A0. Okay, so A2 is the area at vena contracta. So here A1 represents the area of the orifice, which is A0, and A2 represents the area at vena contracta. So from these two parameters we can derive the coefficient. What is that coefficient? So that is coefficient of contraction, Cc, so which is nothing but A2 divided by A0. So that is nothing but coefficient of contraction is the ratio of, we know the definition of coefficient of contraction. The definition of coefficient of contraction is, so it is the ratio of area of jet at vena contracta to the area of the orifice, so which is A2 divided by A naught. So from this, so you can derive A2 is equal to Cc into A naught. You will get, so A2 is equal to Cc into A naught. So now what we have to do, we have to obtain what is V1. Okay, to substitute here in the equation for V2, so we have to substitute what is V1. So for that, we know the continuity equation. So we know the continuity equation. So what is the continuity equation? The general continuity equation we know, it is A1 V1 is equal to A2 into V2. So here, so we have to get what is V1. So V1 will be equal to what? Here it will be A2 V2 divided by A1. And what is A2? We know, we have derived A2 is Cc into A0. We have to substitute this A2 here in this equation. So you will get Cc into A0 V2 divided by A1. So V1 is what? So V1 will be equal to Cc into A0 into V2 divided by A1. So now what we'll do? So we'll substitute this V1 equation. So in this equation number 1. So if you substitute this V1 in equation number 1, so the equation for V2 will be, so V2 is equal to square root of 2gh plus V1 square. So V1 square, which is Cc square V2 square A0 square by A1 square. So V2 will be equal to what? Square root of 2gh plus Cc square into V2 square A0 square by A1 square. So here, so what we'll do? So we'll take this A0, A1 common. So now the equation will be V2 is equal to 2gh plus, we'll separate that Cc square V2 square A0 by A1, A0 square by A1 square. So we can rewrite the equation as, so V2 is equal to square root of 2gh plus Cc square into V2 square into A0 square by A1 square. If you substitute V1 in equation 1, you will get V2 is equal to square root of 2gh plus Cc square into V2 square into A0 square by A1 square. So here, so V2 is both in the right hand side and the left hand side. So we have to take the V2 common side. So for that, first we'll square on both the sides. So if you take the squaring on both the sides, then you will get V2 square is equal to 2gh plus Cc square V2 square. So this A0 square by A1 square can be represented as A0 by A1 whole square. So now, so you send this, whatever this V2 square term which is in the right hand side to the left hand side. If you send that to the left hand side, so you will get V2 square minus Cc square V2 square A0 by A1 whole square is equal to 2gh. So you can take V2 square common, it will be 1 minus Cc square into A0 by A1 whole square is equal to 2gh. So now you send this to the right hand side, you will get V2 square is equal to 2gh divided by 1 minus Cc square into A0 by A1 whole square. And if you derive it for V2, so you will get V2 is equal to square root of 2gh divided by 1 minus Cc square A0 by A1 whole square. So now you substitute this V2 to the discharge equation. So we know the discharge equation. So Q is equal to what? A2 into V2, and A2 is what? A2 we know it is A0 into Cc. So you will get, so Q is equal to A0 into Cc into V2. So you substitute this V2 here. So you will get Q is equal to A0 into Cc into, so V2, that is square root of 2GH divided by square root of 1 minus Cc square A0 by A1 whole square. So you can split the square root. So you can also represent it as square root of 2GH divided by square root of 1 minus Cc square into A0 by A1 whole square. So now whatever this Cc is there, see, ultimately we have to represent Cq in terms of Cd, in terms of Cd equation. So for that, so we have, so Cc in terms of Cd, that is Cc is equal to Cd into 1 minus A0 by A1 whole square into Cc square, that is square root of, so square root of 1 minus A0 by A1 whole square into Cc square divided by square root of 1 minus A0 by A1 whole square. So now you substitute this Cc in the discharge equation. You will get Q is equal to A0 into Cc, which is Cd into 1 minus A0 by A1 whole square into Cc square divided by square root of 1 minus A0 by A1 whole square. So into this part, that is into square root of 2GH divided by square root of 1 minus Cc square into A0 by A1 whole square. So now this term will get cancelled, that is square root of 1 minus A0 by A1 whole square into Cc square will get cancelled. So discharge equation you will get Q is equal to A0 into Cd into root 2GH divided by square root of 1 minus A0 by A1 whole square. So if you simplify this denominator, so you will get Q is equal to A0 Cd root 2GH divided by square root of, so it will be A0 square by A1 square. So I am writing directly. So if you simplify the denominator, you will get A1 square minus A0 square divided by A1 square. So you can take this A1 square out of the square root. So if you take, so out from the square root, it will go to the numerator. So ultimately you will get the discharge equation Q is equal to Cd into root 2GH into A0 A1 divided by square root of A1 square minus A0 square. So this is the discharge equation for orifice meter. So that is Q is equal to Cd into root 2GH into A0 A1 divided by square root of A1 square minus A0 square. So in the next class we'll just do the next practical application of Bernoulli's equation. So now we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you.